Hey guys, we're officially live out of the Coldwell Banker office right here in River North on Michigan Avenue. Just wanted to say welcome. This is our very first opportunity for us to talk about the market. The number one question that I always get from everyone is, what's going on in the market? So I just wanted to talk to you about it and kind of show you what's going on in the River North market, especially with what's going on this last month. So active listings, we're at 262 active listings right now that are on the market. 30 of those are actually brand new. So 30 people have come on the market in the last week. And I think coming into this next week or two, we're actually gonna see a lot more because obviously the football Super Bowl weekend is this weekend. So we're gonna see a lot more. That's typically the hot spot when a lot of people actually wanna start kind of coming on that market and when a lot of people will start looking to purchase as well. But the other great thing that we've seen lately is we have about 67 units that actually went under contract within the last 30 days. So that's up from 40 units that were under contract in December. And I think coming into this new spring market, we're gonna see a lot more people purchasing and a lot of people coming out and starting to look. And we're already actually starting to see that. So that's fantastic. Currently our month of inventory right now, if you just take 67 months, divide it by 262, that's actually how we calculate the inventory. And the reason why we do that is we want to see how long it'll take for the market to go through at the rate that buyers are buying to get through all of the inventory if no new properties come on. So right now we're actually at 67, and so coming into 262, we're around that 3.9. Now in a healthy market, we kind of really want to see about 6 to 7 months. And so being around that 3.9, it's a little bit lower, and so meaning it's a little bit more of a seller's market. So if you're looking to sell, right now is the perfect opportunity. But we still dabble between that buyer or that standard market and a seller's market, because when you look at the actual sold units over the last month, we only saw 41. So if you take that into the 262, we're around like that 6.3. So we're kind of right in between that sellers and normal market. So if you're looking to buy, it's still a great time. We just need to strategize with you on how we're going to compete with the other buyers that are out in the market. But the sold is down from 67 in December. So, you know, sometimes over the holidays, a lot of people get really rambunctious and they want to buy before that Christmas so they can spend the holidays in their house. And so that's why we kind of see that increase. But typically in January, we see a little bit of a decrease. Now, the other thing I do want to talk about is expireds. So we had 3 expireds, but we had 55 canceled listings over the last 30 days. What that means is that people are not selling their houses. And that's one of the big things that we want to make sure that you're not doing if you are going to come on the market, is that A, we're pricing it appropriately, because today's consumer is really savvy. And when you look at it, they are actually looking at online. They have a ton of outlets. Google is really popular where they can search on Google. They're just a very knowledgeable consumer. So we want to make sure that, you know, when we're coming in on the price, that they know that they're going to get a good price. But what we ultimately want to do is we want to keep everybody moving as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, Trump is in the White House officially now, and so we're going to kind of see what happens over this next 100 days. I think that's one of the big things that a lot of people are concerned with, or they're just interested to see what's happening. Ultimately, Trump is a real estate person, so he's going to hopefully draw a really good following for our real estate market with taxes and jobs that we're going to see, especially in the short term. And we'll definitely see where interest rates go, because interest rates are supposed to come up 3 times over. Janet Yellen actually said that interest rates are going to probably raise about 3 times over the next year. So we want to make sure that if you are looking to buying sooner than later, because obviously as 1% interest rate goes up, 11% of your buying power goes down. So we want to make sure that you're not priced out of the home that you want. So obviously right now is the perfect time for move-up buyers. If you're in a house and it's not your dream house and you want a bigger house, that's the perfect time. Or even if you're going to downsize, because that interest rate, you can lock it in over 30 years and that's going to be the best opportunity for you. Now granted, as interest rates go up, the great thing also that we see is those buyers that are out there that are having issues getting financing, banks can take on a little bit more risk. And so when they do that, a little lending will actually open up. So we're already starting to see that with Fannie and Freddie opening up tiers of how much lending can go out, and credit and FHA interest PMI is going down as well. So there's definitely great things that we're seeing out there in the market. It's a great time to purchase, great time to sell. Like I said, I think the real estate market is going to be really strong, especially here in River North. Also the other great thing is, I was just reading an article about British Columbia and Vancouver, where they just put a 15% tax on all international buyers coming in, where they see an overinflated market. And I don't think Chicago is actually one of those overinflated markets. I think we're actually really strong. We're seeing continual growth. We're seeing steady job growth downtown. So I think our downtown market is going to do really well over the long term. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you have any questions about buying or selling, definitely feel free to reach out to me. I actually put in a link right here that's going to be for my Calendly. It will allow you to go online and just book with me if you want to either talk about buying or talk about selling. But at the end of the day, I want you guys to be a smarter consumer, because a smarter consumer is a better consumer, and we want to make sure that you have all the facts. So thank you so much for tuning in for the first time. We'll do this on a monthly basis so that you get everything and that you know what's going on in your local market. All right, this is Samuel Shahan with Coldwell Banker, and peace out.